Hey everyone, it's Greg from Stationery Shenanigans. In this video, I'm going to talk about a fountain pen that I purchased at the Baltimore Pen Show this year. And there's an interesting story behind it. Well, to me, it's interesting. I bought it, I went to the pen show, I walked all around, just the normal thing. And I wasn't really feeling any of it. Like I said in my previous video, I'm trying to get into fountain pens more, and I feel like I haven't found something that works for me. I am gonna try the TWSBI Eco as per all of your recommendations, but this is before I actually started making videos. So this pen is something I sat down and tried, and I really enjoyed it, and I felt like I've never seen anything like it before. I definitely didn't know the brand, which the sales lady was kind of shocked at, so I guess I'm a novice. But anyway, so I had bought this in March during the pen show, and there was a special, and it came with a free ink and all that great stuff. And then while I was driving home from the pen show, I stopped at Pen Boutique. I think it's called Pen Boutique. I'll have to post the name here, in Maryland. And it's like a fountain pen shop, and it's really nice. And they carry a lot of higher end items. It's less stationary, more just focused on fountain pens and paper. But I was surprised because they also had a good selection of notebooks and paper as well. So I bought some items there, and because of it was Baltimore Pen Show weekend, they included free gifts in it, which was awesome. So I just want to talk about this. So let's unbox this. The story is I didn't want to use it or unbox it because I thought I had buyer's remorse. Not buyer's remorse so much as oh, well, I'm obviously not good at fountain pens. I don't really want to do that. But I recently decided, no, let's just use it and try it. I thought I was going to sell it is what I'm trying to say. Is I was thinking, okay, well, clearly I'm not using it since March when I bought it. It's now 3 months later, but something just sparked in me. I guess it's probably YouTube, all your encouragement and everything, that I think I should just give it a try, and I could always sell it later if I really decide I don't want it. So it is TACCIA. I don't even know the name of the pen. I'm sorry. Maybe it'll say it in here. It's like this black. Oh, let's zoom in here, Greg. It's like this all black kind of industrial looking pen, which is why I liked it. It didn't have that resin look. And it has the ribbed grip section. It's a screw pen, or a screw cap, which is very important to me because I always have this fear that any pen that I'm using is going to leak in my bag or everywhere. So that was a big selling point for me. This is it's made in Japan, including the nib. I feel like I had bought it in medium. So what I liked about it is that the woman working the table was just very welcoming, and she had everything set up where you could sit down and test different inks and test the different nibs, and she was she held a good conversation. I feel like sometimes when you go to those places, they don't really talk to you and you just feel awkward. So let's see. So this is the Pinnacle collection. And then there is the serial number. If anyone wants to let me know. And then it talks about it, how it's aluminum industrial design with colors inspired by mountain peaks in the sky. Well, I think black would be mountain peaks in the sky, but okay. So I guess, I didn't know this, but TACCIA and Sailor use the same cartridges. So I've never had a Sailor, and I know I've mentioned that to some of you before. So maybe this will inspire me to get some Sailor cartridges or inks, and then eventually try a Sailor pen. But next is TWSBI Eco, I promise. So there's that. It comes with the limited lifetime mechanical warranty, and then this is the business card of the woman. Shujin Lin. She was super nice and awesome. And then I guess it came with 2 cartridges. Is this what Sailor cartridges look like? I've never seen a Sailor item. It says Sailor Japan Black. Yep, so this is Sailor. It's just tubey looking. It's easy to tell apart, I would say, from the Platinum or the Pilot, so that's good. Yeah, so this is the actual pen. I like it because it doesn't really look like a fountain pen. I think that was just what I'm kind of going for. And I know I sat down and wrote with it, which is one reason why I decided to go for it. So Yeah, and then you got to choose one of the inks, and here's my Hobonichi, I forget what this is called. Hobonichi, what are they called? I have one of the, okay, sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. Drawer boxes? Drawer pouch? Drawer pouch, that sounds right. And I got in this yellow one, and I just decided to keep the inks in it. So this is the ink that I chose. It's the TACCIA Ogoisu, which I guess is like a green. I'm a green type person, so I decided to go for that. And this came free with buying a pen at the pen show. And I were able to get it out. Yeah, TACCIA fountain pen ink, born in California, made in Japan. I couldn't tell you what this green might be called or referred to in English. That's just what it is. Ogoisu in Japanese. So I'm going to get that. And then after that, I had gone to the pen boutique and I bought this Stationery River A5 loose sheets, plain and cream. And I did do it's Stationery River paper, which we all know, but I did do like a to-do list that day afterwards on the paper, and I really enjoyed it. And I also got this Clairefontaine lined A4 paper for just general use. And I have a thing for A4, which I've mentioned before, and I'm gonna get something lined. And everyone says Clairefontaine's really good for fountain pen, so. And it wasn't that expensive. And because I was there, they also gave a little gift bag with like a pen. And and I also bought this J. Herbin ink, the T one. And the reason why I did that is because I've never tried them, even though I've known I've seen them on some websites like Tokyo Pen Shop. And I also like writing in brown, but I feel like most of what I have takes international cartridges, so I wanted to try something that wasn't blue or black. And I also like the little container, which makes it nice to store and travel in. So I purchased that from Pen Boutique as well. I didn't know when I checked out I would get a free gift bag with a thing of ink and everything. And of course, the free ink I got was a Schaefer brown. So I ended up leaving there with 2 browns. If I had known I was going to get a free gift bag, I would have not purchased the Herbin brown, but whatever. Apparently, brown is just my calling. So I got this, and I think, I also bought platinum cartridges, which I always get confused on. These are blue-black, and I bought them for, I think, a platinum Peppery do I have it somewhere here? I will say that I finally did organize a little bit, so all my stuff is not a hodgepodge of mess, and I can actually find things, which is great. So yeah, I got these platinum cartridges too, so. Yeah, so let's go ahead and ink up and try this TACCIA fountain pen. I don't know why I've been so nervous to do it. I just need to do it, so let's try it with the green. So I am trying this, and I'll zoom out a little bit. I am trying this cream colored pleather desk mat that I actually got at Five Below for $5. And at first I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's not gonna be good for videos because it gives it like a bright background, but it is useful to help you see things up close. But besides all that, it's actually more comfortable when I have like my wrists on my desk to have it on this like fake leather covering instead of actually on the wood. So I like it for that purposes. So even if I don't use it in the future for filming videos, it's actually comfortable typing and using my mouse on this, and better than I thought I would like it. And for $5, I mean, come on, can't really hate with that. So let's get a paper towel because I'm a klutz. And I'm gonna zoom in. And like I said before, I'm not a fountain pen fanatic, so don't come at me if I do whatever wrong or blah, blah, blah. Of course, I like your advice, but I don't want to be like your scapegoat, because that is definitely a thing in some of these fountain pen videos. Ooh, it's a really nice green. So we're gonna use the converter. It came with a converter, we love that. That's why I think, so for the pen, the converter, 2 cartridges, the free ink, I think it was $90, something like that, which for Made in Japan pen, and this is really heavy. That's another thing. I like, I have big hands and I just like writing with something heavier. I feel like it's a good deal. So we're gonna go ahead and try it with the green ink. Let's see if I can zoom in more. Forgive me. I think there's an air bubble here. Let's put it in front of me so I'm not like leaning to the side as I do it and spill it everywhere. You should be able to see that. And my finger's covering the thing, so I couldn't even see if it was bringing up ink or not. We'll get there, we'll get there. Okay, we brought up bubbles. We didn't really bring up ink, but that's okay. Maybe third time's the charm. Okay, yeah, we really have to put the whole nib in there. It's hard to tell where it's filled up to in the bottle, right? Especially when it's a darker color. So we got it full of this Oigoisu ink. And let's take a paper towel. Of course, I got my fingers all covered in ink, but that's part of the experience. I guess you blot it a little bit just to get it off the... Okay. And then we're gonna put the on. Okay, first we're also going to close the lid to the ink because there's a klutz. I don't want to have ink all over my desk. Although that's why I have this pad, right? Just in case. Okay, so let's zoom. Now we're good on zoom. So I'm gonna cap the pen just so when I'm writing with it, it's like the first time I'm sitting down. So we have a fully inked Pinnacle, TACCIA Pinnacle pen. Let's move this out of the way. And then let's try writing on this Clairefontaine notepad. See how it looks. Let's write the date. Oops. So first off the bat, it's very comfortable to write with. I'm happy with the nib selection that I made. Like I said, I think it's medium. It doesn't feel scratchy. It did feel comfortable. So it is kind of, I guess you would say it's a wetter ink because it does still smear even the date that I wrote. I love the ink color, that's for sure. It has a more like, I thought it would be brighter on paper, but as you can see, it's kind of more, it ends up being like a darker green, maybe almost a forest green. Maybe it depends on the light too, and of course on the paper. But this is a green that I could write with in my traveler's notebook and journal for a long time and wouldn't like get sick of. Sometimes when the color's too bright or it's one of those colors that doesn't seem like you're supposed to write words with it, you're supposed to use it for other things, it's hard to write for a long time, but a dark green works nicely. So, okay, so it didn't need too long to dry, but you definitely can't write with it and then close your book right away because it might have that problem. So, and then for funsies, let's try it on this Tomore River paper, and I'm actually just gonna try on the back to be economical here, which is a lot thinner than this Clairefontaine. also writes well. So, I am happy with this TACCIA Pinnacle pen. And it was definitely nice to have kind of that conversation with the sales rep. And she, like I said, she was very welcoming and sitting down and making sure that you picked a nib that you were comfortable with. And also, I saw this once on a YouTube, in a YouTube like documentary, and it was just something bootleg from Japan or whatever, but it was about fountain pens, and the guy went into a fountain pen store somewhere in Japan, and the sales guy was saying that you have to sit down and write with a fountain pen because that's how you would normally write. You're not really standing and writing because the way you're positioning with the pen and all that stuff is part of your experience. So that's why I kind of like that, because she, welcomed everyone to sit down and had everything set up so you could actually write instead of just testing it standing there and being like, oh yeah, I like this. So I felt like this is why, I chose this. So that's enough of me babbling about a fountain pen. I'm gonna continue trying this ink. I will try the cartridges. If anyone has any recommendations of a good place that you order Sailor cartridges from, I would appreciate it, because while I do love this green ink, I know eventually I'll want to switch to something like a black ink or blue-black for more everyday writing. But yeah, so far, so good. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.